Oh, I did not see this before, right? Another empty first aid kit. Box. Slugs! Shoot! Smash you with a broom. Actually, that's really stupid. I'll use the pickaxe. You'll just get gibbed. Is there anything in here? Okay, there's an observation. There's only one green-blooded, land-dwelling creature big enough to lose this much blood, and I don't see any or many skink lizards hanging around or hanging about. So what the hell could it have been? Okay, I cannot move this. From the debris, I'd say something huge broke into the room not too long ago. There's blood and slime everywhere. Giant slugs. Whatever happened in here, someone must have been in a great deal of pain. It's an artificial habitat. Those things look long dead. I think I know how they felt, not being able to get out. But what is this? All these cabinets are damaged. Yes, I figured that. Glass jar. That's supposed to be a weapon of some sort? Is there anything in here? Oh! There's writing scrawled everywhere. Must be an ultraviolet ink. Definitely the product of a deranged mind. But whose? Death. They die alone. Dark change seeds. So cold. Can I move this? I'd like to see. I'd like to see this, if you don't terribly mind. Ah, there's a note. Rockroom study. Professor, these are the biomedical journals of Dr. J. Peters, JMSc, BHD. Completed between the dates of 30th March 1969 and 1st January 1972. At the Northwestern Research Station within the Northwestern Iron Mine with the permission of Delta Mining Corporation. Replication of selected extracts left at disposal of mine foreman. Subject of study, genus Rheacophlea, commonly gray rockworm. Aim, to investigate the abnormal presence of the caddies in the Greenland rock. Method, collection of samples, if indeed they can be identified correctly. Standard series of testing. Observation and dissection. Personal notes. Upon arrival at the mining facility, I was immediately stunned by the sheer volume of fauna that finds a way of life down here, despite the conditions. In general, one would assume that species whose natural habitat is past a certain depth would find the intrusion of human activity too great a threat to remain in place. However, almost the exact opposite seems to be the case in this instance. It is curious that certain areas of the mine appear to be entirely without life of any kind, yet other, deeper areas are teeming. And were the situation permitting, I would embrace the opportunity to commit further time to the study of these organisms. However, the purpose of my stay here shall continue to be the genus Rheacophlea. Me. Ah, finally some writing paper. Look at me, just using up the pages to scroll down whatever comes into my head. Ha! What is this stuff anyway? Some kind of research paper. No matter. It's paper all the same. I can finally record what's been happening down here for, I suppose, about a year now. It must be near the end of 2001 by now. Huh. I wonder when Christmas was. No matter. Too tired to write now. We'll rest a little first. Professor. Samples collected. The collection process has been far easier than I anticipated. The setup of the artificial environment for the rockworm went without a hitch, and the specimens themselves are so as to make keeping them out far more challenging than containing them. They are all of healthy size, perhaps even beyond recorded size, and I can only assume that this is due to some lack of natural predators down here. Specimens are as follows: 3 adults in artificial habitat, 2 larval infants, dead. Me. I've been down here 2 days now. Was meaning to record events every day, but was too busy securing the area. I've used some supplies from the old mining system to wall myself in here. It seems as safe a place as any, so those things should at least stay put for a little while. To that end, it seems I've had a pretty lucky stumbling here. All this old research is about something similar to what's been hunting me ever since I escaped the shelter 4 days ago. Don't get me wrong, after what they did to me back there, I'd rather be facing anything else, and after almost a year of fighting for our lives, we didn't really stand a chance anyway. I don't know how many are left inside. But this is good. These notes might have some way to fight the things. The rockworms that followed me here. I don't know how they knew I was coming, or how they managed to follow me in the dark, but maybe I can work that out now. I found some old newspaper clippings. I guess they're referring to this mine. I had no idea it was so old, so big. I can see now why they built that facility here in the first place. A lot of history buried down here. Sorry. It worries me, though. We've been resting all our hopes of rescue on one of the scientists who escaped right near the start of it all. He got out almost as the chaos began, so we figured he might have made it out and brought help. But maybe me and him are due the same fate. I must record what's been going on. Give the world the answers it needs so it doesn't fall prey to what's been released down here. But first, I need to worry about myself and find a way out of here. And work out how to kill these worm things. Professor. Observations. The creatures are indeed larger than has been previously recorded. The juveniles still seem to be growing. Far beyond their natural limits, although the adults have now expired. I will watch with interest to see what the lifespan is of this particular subspecies. The worms appear to have 3 senses, as would be validated by the previous research. Taste, smell, and an extremely sensitive sense of touch, which allows them to detect vibrations in the rock in the same way that the human eye senses beams of light and processes them into spatial images. The natural prey is insects smaller than themselves, and heaven help those insects, because the worm is a vicious and efficient killer. Me. He's wrong. They have no sense of smell. Today, I attempted to distract them with a concoction I found laying around, but to no avail. However, it does seem that they detect movement via vibrations, which would explain how they can see in the dark. Damn. There's almost no way to escape them down here. I'm in their territory now. Lifespan is 3 days and counting. I can still hear them outside the wall. As an extra precaution, I've locked myself in the smaller study area, connected to the main lab room. If they get through that wall, I doubt this door will stop them, but it's better than nothing. Barely. Professor, conclusions. This subspecies of genus Rheacophlea is highly adapted for its environment. If released above the surface, it seems that it would quickly destroy the existing rockworm population, and soon after that, the population would grow to a size far outstripping its own food supplies. Given its increase in size and lifespan already, Due to unknown conditions, I would hypothesize that the worm, if left in such conditions for a reasonable period of time, perhaps 3,000 to 4,000 years, could grow up to a further 3 inches, making a total of almost 1 foot long. However, should these conditions change or indeed magnify, physical evolution could occur far more rapidly. That's not what was meant to happen. It's the 5th day, and I swear they've begun to surround my location. I can't tell whether or not they have breached the wall I built, but I'm certain they've entered whatever area surrounds this room. The future looks increasingly bleak. I intended to record here the events of the past year, in the hope that perhaps what occurred could be contained or driven away. Now, I realize I could write all I wanted. No one will ever make it down here to read it. So why write this now? Good question. I have no answer. All I do know is I'd rather take my own life than die at the jaws of these hideous monsters. I have tied a noose. Those monsters may feed on my corpse, but they won't take my life. So it seems I cannot move these cabinets at all. They left. Let's try to read this, whatever I can see. They left the blood lonely. Something do. Alone. Something. Head is crying. Oh, it seems to be repeated on all of these walls. Okay, you are in the way now. They left the blood lonely. Wait, lonely. It's day. They left the blood. His deep-headed head is crying. Alone. The darkness eats. Something in red. Dark. Strange seeds. So cold. Quitting fleshness. Needs no lights. Betting body. Writer no time, no for home. Devoured. I can't even read this, god damn it. I was hoping to have an opportunity to do some voice acting. Well, some more voice acting. This time as a crazy man, but no, I cannot read it all. I might never get used to that. Time to see what the hell is up with this area. It seems I cannot go there anyway. A light switch. So what precisely is there down here? Ah, notes. KNR, Monday 7th June 3rd, 7th June 1993. Minor land collapse in northwestern mountain range. Seismologists on placement from the mainland reported yesterday that a small area of tundra, about 100 square meters, collapsed into a cavity beneath the surface of the snow. The land was uninhabited. The area in question is part of the northwestern mountain range, and the collapse was only noticed due to its coinciding with the arrival of an annual seismic survey team. Experts have suggested natural cavities in the Earth's crust as the cause of the collapse, although due to the vicinity to an old system of mines from the 1970s, they have not ruled out that the possibility of some kind of delayed explosion or other seismic activity. The probability that the mine is to blame for the event, however, is low, since it is very unlikely that activity on the scale observed would occur without some kind of human interference below the surface. And Dixon. Okay, so I need to find the code to the door. Have a seat. So somewhere there's got to be a code. And if not, then what exactly is this room for? So I really cannot go here. Light switches in here? No, it doesn't look like it doesn't look like there's any light on the ceiling in it. Anyway, some medical notes. They look to have been disturbed recently. Well, it's not quite what I need. What I need is a code to section C. And I really don't know what else I would need. Like, what exactly would be here? What do I need? Where do I need to go? I really can't go this way. Iron mineshaft. Save point. Now where's the shaking? There it is. I wonder why they decided to make that repeat. Whoa, what the fuck? What? What? I just sidestepped out of the world. Okay. Favorites? You can favorite a save? Okay. That doesn't make any sense.